Hi guys, writing time. Promised you another poem, and I tell you what, this might have been the most difficult poem that I had to write. Hopefully you have enjoyed these poems, and like I say, they're poems that I've made up on my own. There's not somebody telling me to write this or to write that. So today's poem, I wanted to write a poem that had some rhyme to it, but meant something. And what better way to end our school year than with this poem that I just wrote? Again, I struggled with it. It was a difficult poem for me to write, but here's what I got. And once again, I hope that you have enjoyed my poems that I've written. And as a writer, these poems have been very difficult for me to write. I get them on the whiteboard, I'll erase a little bit and write them again. So I have gone through the writing experience with you guys. I hope you've been able to see the final product that I put on the board. I know you don't see what I'm going through while I'm thinking about this, but I'm going through the writing process too with you guys, and everything that you've seen poem-wise written on the board, I've done that. So again, I hope you've enjoyed it, but here is your last poem that I'm going to give to you as a second grader in my class. I labeled this, I gave it a title. The title is The Race. Why the race, you ask? Because I think about our year as a race, and it's not really a sprint. It's a long distance race that goes over a course of months, and right when all this stuff started happening with the COVID-19, right around spring break, that is kind of like that last turn to the final stretch, to the end. And unfortunately, we didn't get to have that final stretch to the end together, but we were able to do it, thankfully, because of technology. So your second grade race is coming to a close. It's coming to an end. All you got to do is finish that finish line, cross that finish line. Here's your poem, last one that you get from me. Get ready. Bang! We are off to the start. No question or hesitation. I was just doing my part. We rounded the turn toward the end. I crossed the line with my friend. I knew I had it made. I am off to third grade. Guys, 22 of you. 22 of you in my classroom. 22 of you are all in this race together. 22 of you not only became a student, you became a part of my classroom family, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you enjoy your summer, and I hope that you are able to continue to carry some of the writing and things that we did throughout this year over to third grade. So, guys, the race is over. All you gotta do is cross that finish line. To wrap up your second grade writing, guys, I'm not going to ask you to do anything. I'm going to leave it to you. This is a free choice. If you want to write, I want you to do a voice typing letter to Mr. Elliott about what you're going to miss in second grade. Again, I'm not asking you to do this. It's only if you want to. Just basically get on Google Docs, activate where you're able to talk to text, and then just write me a letter about what you enjoyed or what you're going to miss about being in our classroom. And that's all I have for you guys today. Hey guys, how you guys doing? We have made it to our wonderful math time. I know that you guys have absolutely enjoyed math. Yesterday, you guys brought all kinds of pictures to me through arrays. I absolutely loved those. You guys did a tremendous job with your arrays. Got some different pictures of arrays. I got a couple pictures of people that used pencils. Some used paper. Some used playing cards. Some used little like tennis balls. So you guys did a tremendous job with that. Now, again, it's math, and I wanted you guys to do some type of review. And what better way to do a review than an application problem? Do you think you want to do an application problem? I know you guys have been doing tremendous on those application problems by doing them. Do you think we should do an application problem today? Is that something that sounds pretty good? No, I didn't think so either. So, we're going to skip the application problem. Why do an application on the last day of school? Come on, Mr. Elliott, what are you thinking? But then I could say, you say it's the last day of school, but we're not in school. We're on a e-learning day. I mean, I'm making videos from my basement. And, what better way to continue to work on our math skills than to do an application problem? But you guys are probably sitting there laughing at me and be like, seriously, Mr. Elliott, you are silly. If you think we're going to do an application problem on our last day of school, then you have a rude awakening. Well, here's the good news. It is math time, but I'm not going to make you do an application problem. I want you to create this handy dandy airplane, paper airplane. Now, it don't have to be like mine, however you want. Your parents can help you, brother, sister, whoever. I want you, because we got to make it math related, right? I want you to make a paper airplane, fly it safely. So you might have to go outside. I don't want your parents getting mad at you, or aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, brothers, sisters. So, make your airplane, take it to a safe place to fly, safe, and then fly it. You can have a friendly competition. See if your parents, guardians want to get involved in this. See if brother or sister, hey, I challenge you to airplane flying contest. Fly your airplane, see how far it goes. And I think that's all you got to do for math today. Make a paper airplane and fly it. It is time for activity or challenge. Brought to you by Mr. Elliott. Alright guys, last activity and challenge of the school year. Not a whole lot going on today. You're going to have one brain break, and you're going to have a virtual roller coaster ride. So, a brain break and a virtual roller coaster ride. In order for you to see those, you're going to have to either use my website or you're going to have to use the Google slide presentation. But you should be able to find the links on either one of those places. Again, activity challenge. One brain break, one virtual roller coaster. Enjoy. Hands in the air as you're going on the roller coaster. Activity challenge. Hey guys, it is our special message time, and our special message is brought to us none other than our principal, Mrs. Mitchell. Yesterday we got a message from Mrs. Gilliam, assistant principal. Today, on your last day of second grade, going into third grade, you have a special message from Mrs. Mitchell. Come on, let's go see what she has to say. Let's go.
Well, hello, Mr. Elliott's class. Mr. Elliott asked me to send a little message to you on this last day of second grade. Can you believe it? Your last day of second grade. How in the world did that happen? You're growing up so fast, and when we finally get to come back to school, you're not going to be going down the steps anymore to your classroom. You're going to be upstairs with the big kids. It's so hard to believe. We're so very proud of you, and you guys have done such a good job learning this year, especially during this e-learning time. I know that it hasn't been easy. It's been probably just as hard on your mom and your dad as it has on you, but we thank you so much for all of your work that you have done. We appreciate you working so hard. I am honored that Mr. Elliott asked me to send you guys off with a little farewell message. I have a special little book that I would like to share with you. and I am sure that you've heard some of these words before. But before I read my little book, well, part of the book, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but before I read it, I want to give you some advice for the summer, okay? And some of you may not like it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Here's my advice. Read, read, and then read a little more. You can never read enough. And so as you get ready to go into third grade, and the words get a little bit bigger, and the text gets a little bit longer, and we're not just reading one-page stories, multiple-page stories, and we're probably not going to be reading as many picture books, but more chapter books. The best thing for you to do is just to read. It will help you get back in the swing of things whenever you come back to school, and it just helps grow your vocabulary. The other thing is just spend a lot of time outside. Do a lot of playing, okay? And once this is lifted, with the COVID-19 and restrictions are lifted, then maybe you can spend some time with friends too. So get outside and play and do some reading. Those are my little words of advice for you for the summer. So excited to watch you grow as learners. Perry Central and our staff and me love you very much. So make sure that you keep your learning going during the summer. I'm going to read you a partial book. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Don't want you to fall asleep or get bored. But it is called All the Places You'll Go by one of my favorite authors, Dr. Seuss. I also read this for our preschool graduation. I thought it was kind of fitting. I was given this book several years ago as a graduation present myself, so it's pretty special to me. So I wanted to share my special book with my special people. So here we go. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're growing so big, and you know what you know. And you are the kid who will decide where to go. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. Your Commodore family will help you. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. So, be your name Adeline, Jax, Braxton, Carter, Jacob, Haley, or Gage. Or Jack, Ashlyn, Hank, Crystal, Cadence, Hensley, Zoe, or Lucas. Or Connor, Jocelyn, Rory, Libby, Kai, Alexander, or Garrison Hayes. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. Second grade friends, we are ready to see you move mountains. So, start by reading all the time. That's the first mountain that you can move. You're going to do great things, and we are so very proud of you. We cannot wait to continue with you as you go on your journey of education. We can't wait to see you become third graders, and we just can't wait to see you. We've missed you tremendously. So, from Mrs. Mitchell to you, I love you, and as always, I wish you well. Have a great summer. See you soon.